Hey there, big dreamers. Dan Sam. Welcome back to another episode of Lithe Racing. We're out here in the Lithe Racing headquarters garage slash place where I sleep sometimes. No, we've actually been in a little bit of a hibernation here recently too. My dad had another fall, so we kind of had to think fast in that direction. But other than that, we did actually kind of collect some cool party tricks over the holiday season, which I'm kind of sitting in here with a few of these guys that have allowed me to kind of start to imagine where some of this stuff is going to go. This is a 91 Toyota MR2. It's an SW20 chassis with a roll cage that I didn't put in it, but is very well done. It's a 6-point, so that kind of inspired us to go full race car with this here build. They always say, you always hear them say, buy as much car as you possibly can for the money. Well, this is how much money I had, so we've kind of spread our investments all over the place, really. But we do want to have some good party tricks in here that I've seen work really well for people who are going into, the global time attack, kind of hill climb-ish kind of area of racing there, and they want kind of a rounded race car that they can do both of those kind of events in, really. One of those big guys is getting yourself a pedal box. We'll go into all the dynamic stuff that you need to keep in mind and, how to purchase one of these guys in another episode, probably on the install episode where you guys can see how everything mates up. But one of the big portions about this too that you'll hear everybody talk about too is having a brake balance bias. And that's kind of performed through this bias bar here and having the ability to run individual master cylinders to your rear brakes and your front brakes. Like I said, we'll get into a lot more of this stuff, but like I was not going to say, maybe I was going to say, but this is one of those cool things that can really get you a long ways with your build there. I also have the steering column kind of mocked in here right now, along with the actual steering rack. We'll swing you guys around the front here. If not, I'm kind of displaying a image of that or something of that nature. And so got that all in here. And like I said too, we're just kind of starting to imagine where some of these positions are going to be. I can already tell you that we're going to need to move this guy down maybe about like 4 inches maybe, but that's kind of displayed in the actual original crash bar here. This is it from the backside, but it's at a good 45-degree angle from what I measured here, maybe even 42 if you want to call it a little bit more shallow. But it does also drop down about 4 inches from where this main intrusion bar is that we have for our roll cage here. So just kind of things that we're playing around with here. These guys are gonna fit in here really well with the mid-engine layout of the vehicle. Not a whole lot of frame rail to think about. Not a whole lot of this, that, or the other thing. Really, they kind of made it pretty easy on us. Really, almost like it was made to do some of these things here. But we still, man, with doing this stuff too, you got to modify these cars quite a bit, which leaves quite a bit of work. So let's get kicking on some stuff, really. A few of you guys asked the last time too, what, if this thing is going K20 or what's really happening with it. And I have a Gen 3 3S GTE that we have over there in the corner, which could have been an engine that might have come in some of these MR2s. But that particular one is a Japanese design one, so JDM for the cool points there. But it is a JDM motor that was swapped into another car that I originally had. That's what they were, that's where I was kind of going when they were saying buy as much car as you can for the money. I had to buy another car on top of the original car to kind of get all of this stuff going together. But we really have enough stuff to get going and really start kicking along on this guy here. So it's really me versus the world right now, or me versus the clock. And you know, it's been really rough trying to get out here too, but I'm thankful. You know, I had you know, almost 20 more subscribers in the last like month since I put out that video of just kind of all the parts that I was using to make all this stuff work. And you know, I was really shocked by that, and really floored. And I think that video is doing really well for me right now too. Most of my videos, I sadly enough too, are in the hundreds to maybe a 30 view range and whatnot like that. And that one is at like 700, almost 800 now. So that really floored me. That gave me a lot of motivation to get out here and make some more content and work on this guy a little bit for you guys. But let's get some of this stuff tucked away, because we're gonna start flinging some metal here and you know, see how far we can make it today. We're gonna try. That's a big part of this. It's just try. Try your hardest. All right, so good old buddy Nick was nice enough to leave me a nice little tape line back here. Which now that I'm judging it actually too, might be a little bit askew here. But let's lay a little bit more tape over this, see where we're kind of coming in at. I also see that we're kind of a little bit jockeyed into the center here. Do. We came in a little bit narrower there than the other side too, which might force me to just really, man, kind of keep that line there. Just a little view that direction, because we are going to be, you know, I might just tip this guy back in real quick. Ow, that was pointy. Yeah, let's get some hammer dolly action. I still think that'll do. Give us a little something to play around with there. All right, let's get to cutting. All right, the name of my game here, or my method on doing this, is to kind of come in here and take out little nibs everywhere that I want to trim back, and then come back in with the flap wheel and kind of even everything out too, so I can kind of get, you know, creep up towards this edge as gently as possible here. But we'll kind of start off right over here. We probably are going to have to make a straight cut right here just because of the roll of the fender there. So let's get her done. Once again too, this is going to throw some major sparks. Bare minimum eye protection is the main thing I can suggest for you guys. You know, I probably should be even wearing my sparkulator hood. I don't know if that makes sense if you have a Sawzall, you know what I mean? Which I don't, oddly enough. That's a little bit of much, you know what I mean? But slower is faster in a lot of these situations here, because you can get a little bit carried away. So this kind of keeps you in check, really. At least in my mind, that's what I've done for the longest period of time. It's just, you know, feels natural to me, so that's how I go about these things, you know what I mean? Let's switch you guys on over to a time lapse here, and we'll finish this guy off, at least trimming it up. Ta-da! Yeah, so that's kind of what you get when you don't throw a fit. No. We just kind of trimmed all the way up to this line here. I got a nice smooth line here. Just gonna finish off this little bit right here. I just didn't want to be standing in the camera, but or else we would have taken it all the way into this corner here. But let's get her done. Let's get that sucker done. Would be a smart thing is buy multiple of these cheapo grinders, so you know, you can just kind of leave whatever supplied on there, and you know, not have to constantly be switching these guys out for a cutting wheel versus a flap disc versus this, that, or the other thing. And it, you know, increases the longevity of these bad boys too. Probably gonna have to shoot some sparks in the face right here. Let's get a little bit of light. I'm sweating up my glasses. We'll take down the rest with the grinding wheel here, the flap disc, and should be done. Should be done back here. Oh man, I might follow that guy too. Might not be done. Might have seen some more projects for us. Never a problem though. Like I said, this stuff just takes a time and the effort. You know, might not be for everybody, but it's I hope you guys love watching me torture myself out here in this cold garage. Oh no, it's probably about like 40 degrees today. It ain't too bad. Not too bad. Damn. Come along with my scraper here. Whew. I really took it for that one there. That was a lot of metal slag in the face. Sometimes you gotta eat some metal on those little scrapey dealy guys there. Alright, so just taking off the last little bit of this stuff here. Some of this stuff was on here for a couple years. Multiple heat cycles of chassis sitting out and sweating in a little wet shack. And so if you guys ever do find yourself in this situation where you're peeling something up on one of these freshly cut lines here, please be so careful. This would even count as kind of hammering too, and it will really kind of come in here and ripple the surface. And if it's something that you're looking to show people at the end of the day, all those little waves in there are just gonna pop. We try to take it all the way up to the plastic moldings here and leave as little paint as possible. You know, kind of a little bit of mystery, and also kind of helps us out a little bit in case we're you know, ever so heartedly involved in anything, or you know, something comes up and hits us. We'd be able to hide it with just a couple little moldings instead of having to sit here and hammer on this guy and try and refine this body line here. Just about there. Damn. I mean, that's already looking pretty darn good there. I'll hit it with a little bit of sandpaper. Make sure there's nothing gonna grab anybody there. Still want to finish off a little bit more down around this. Have a little bit more body sealer, and we cut into the flange here. It looks like neither me or Nick here, but you know, that's just the way things go, you know. So we'll make that work too. But I'm probably gonna do that before I call it a day out here as well. Quality work. That's what we get done. Quality work. Out of there. Do I have this thing upside? I do have this thing upside down. Make sure your flipper scraper is right side up at all times. Will help you in your little scraping endeavors. Oh yeah. Finishing touch here. Let's give it a little, you know, a little something. Something was going on there. I don't know what it was, but it was something. Like I said, just make sure she's nice and tight for anyone who might decide to reach up in here. Any race official, hell, even a young man that just wants to see how this thing is made. And that's it. That's the corner here. All nice and trimmed up and ready for some action Jackson. Give you guys a little bit of a backlight there so you can kind of see what's happening. Still need to just, you know, do this little guy here and maybe do something right here, you know, so she matches up with the other fine side there. But that's gonna be what I'm doing here, and but I think that's gonna do it for the episode today. Let's see here if I can get this thing to move here and make sure I'm somewhere in frame. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for the episode today, honestly. Just kind of wanted to put some content out there for you guys, really, and let you guys know that I was still around, that I was still surviving, and you know, doing kooky stuff like this out here. And I'm gonna finish trimming up this other guy. I'm gonna send you guys away for the evening, and hopefully I'm just gonna keep on firing away some content for you guys here, because I really enjoy it, and hope to see you guys back here on another episode of Lithe Racing. And good luck with all your guys' projects out there. I know they're doing good. I know it. I can feel it in my bones. All right, guys, keep those wrenches turning. Lithe Racing. Peace.